Hello, and welcome to Khyber Shards, a 5th edition actual play show set in the Eberron campaign world. It's Friday, so we've got a KSA, and this week we're doing a NPC Q&A. So viewers have submitted questions for our NPCs in the Discord, which you can find links to, along with all of our social media down in the description. And I'm going to answer them in character. So without further ado, let's get going. Laura asks, Kiris, what brought you to Stormreach? Lady Selshadra, please. I was brought to Stormreach by family business, which you may be surprised to learn is none of yours. Emily asks, Arlo, what did you do in the immediate aftermath of the earthquake and all the children you were supposed to watch running away? And in the field of planar cosmology, are there any theories that you think are too illogical to be entertained, and yet people somehow still receive funding to research them? Well, you see, the children, there are a lot of things in the manner that um, need tending. There's a lot of very particular magic at work in the manor and its various functionings, and I was quite certain that the strike force were after the children. That S3 had gone after the children, and as such, I felt comfortable seeing to the other matters and ensuring that the none of the magical engineering of the place went awry as a result of whatever was happening. As to your other question, um, I suppose lunar theories are the most interesting of the patently absurd. There is a ridiculous theory that one could actually fly up to the moons of Eberron and walk around them as if they were themselves a celestial body in that sense, when obviously what they are is large, um, stable manifest zones through which one could reach any of the planes that are open to us. This is, of course, very obvious and uh, thoroughly researched, but nonetheless, people do insist on the idea that there are large physical globes orbiting Eberron, and much research and money has been spent in attempting to design some sort of airship by which one could actually reach them. Which I suppose one might reach them, but one would simply pass through into the other plane rather than set down on some unearthly body. Alora asks, the Moonspears, what do you think of the spin Shade put on your talk about protecting family? It is perhaps excessively broad in application. We expressed that she'd put herself in danger, and so she was to us family. To apply a standard of would do violence for to all potential families, I would say a little bit too simple. But she is not wrong that we would kill someone who was a danger to her. Emily asks, Jonas, who initiated the deal with the Saugan? You, the Saugan, or someone else? If someone were to try and take your place as Harbor Lord, do you think the Saugan would be likely to transfer any benefits or obligations from you to their replacement? Look, Regardless of who initiated the negotiation, I got an excellent deal and benefited the city greatly by doing so. As to whoever takes my place as Harbor Lord, well, with any luck, that place will be underwater in a month. Dane, how concerned are you about the children of Khyber when you're away from Sharn? I have ways of keeping tabs and of, if it came to that, of getting back uh, right quick if I needed to. And I have people I trust there. So I'm concerned, obviously. I feel ownership and worry as I'm responsible for them in a very real sense. But I'm confident in the people that I have there. And I'm certain that if there was something I was needed for, they could call. And it's not like I haven't stopped back since coming to Stormreach. Thora, do you anticipate there being any future conflict with Ari stemming from you being the Stormlord instead of him? And what's the longest you've ever been awake for, and why? I hope not. I I tried to handle that as well as I could see in the moment, and I don't know whether Ari took my meaning the way I intended it or not. But Ari's an adult, and I expect that if he has a problem with the way I've handled things, he can be grown up enough to come and talk to me about it. I hope there will not be any more conflict because I think Ari will be, is and will be a very valuable part of House Cannon as we move forward in Stormreach. But if he decides to let feelings get in the way of that, then there's only so much I can do about that. As to sleeping, um, without assistance, I've made it through 2 entire nights into a third day. On a mission, I was on my own and didn't have the ability to stop at a safe house, and it wasn't safe to let my guard down. Now, sometimes when you have a full team, usually there's someone there who can magically assist with that. And so, with magical assistance, I've gone 5 nights without taking a proper sleep. Usually, what I like to do is to uh, catch a little bit of sleep throughout the day and throughout the mission whenever you have time in safety. So not a full night's rest, but enough to keep going on, enough to keep your mental capacity from breaking down. Um, and that I've done for a long time, and in fact, I still operate that way sometimes. Um, as to the 5 nights, why? Uh, well, I'd tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Mia asks, Puzzle Dust, were you really dying to tell someone about the Ari Shade romance, or were you just looking for an opportunity to stir up trouble between the Strike Force and the Rebel Warren Gang? Well, one can do more than one thing at once, if you are talented. Samalander asks, Cadric, how did it feel to lie to the Strike Force and totally get away with it? Oh man, it was total. I mean, I wouldn't know what you're talking about. I didn't tell the Strike Force any lies. Told them completely the truth. Everything I knew about the Swords of Karn, the fact that there's not at all a dragon living under Stormreach that I've had a conversation with. And also, I don't have a magic sword hidden under my bed. Because that's what's true. And Laura, with our last question. Hey, Tommel, are you okay, bud? Thanks for rolling with us.